song for the rest of my life? Yeah, it's probably going to be a gospel.
Well, fancy seeing you here. Welcome to today's DLLS Cowboys podcast, where people are out here crushing my dreams, which is very unfortunate. How ready are the Cowboys to party in 13 days and some pet cats? Who do you want on your Dallas Cowboys? All of that. And it starts. Meow. Is that John trying to sneak in some stuff in our intro?
Pushing the agenda. John's forcing the agenda.
Yeah,
Katya quit today, so John's forcing some stars in. Did they come back, or did the Jets whip their ass last night?
Lost.
Oh, they lost?
Fourth in a row.
They're just going to slap that into our show?
You say 5-0? 4-0.
4-0? Cowboys don't usually lose 4 in a row.
Well,
They're more of a back and forth kind of team. Sometimes.
not until this year.
Sometimes.
Jeremy!
Shout out to everybody in the Super Chat. Welcome to a Freaky Friday on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. What other Friday could it be? Jeremy did say it could be a water carrying Friday. It doesn't have alliteration, but it works. Fan Friday. A floppy
Friday. Flapjack Friday. Little pancake action.
I like waffles better.
Yeah, all raw. Yeah.
I'm wearing
Jesse,
t-shirts.
It's a
Jesse, don't do
t-shirt,
that.
bro.
No.
All right, now
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a
Don't do
t-shirt.
that.
We're wearing t-shirts. Of course
Don't
we're
do
raw
that.
under.
You can't even say that anymore.
The blacks aren't. The black guys aren't.
Don't speak for the blacks.
He does it. Look, we both have A shirts on.
Save you and Clarence.
I'm just saying up here.
Welcome into the show. We got a lot to get to. Please hit the like button. My name is Jeff.
Tommy Smith.
See the next former Cowboys wide receiver who is not raw under there, Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
I got 2
Shout out.
shout outs today.
Happy birthday to my niece Gab.
But it was the other day.
No, but remember they're
I just
celebrating
said it's
today.
coming up. Today's a celebration.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
He preempted your shout out.
Happy birthday to Piggy. Enjoy your day and happy. Just let me get through this. Let me get Piggy. Yeah,
Okay.
Piggy.
I
Yeah,
like it.
Shout out, Piggy.
happy birthday to Piggy. Let me get through this. Right, boom,
No.
and then happy birthday to Sobi, my dance partner. Sobi, hey. Happy birthday, mama.
It's a female person.
Yeah,
Does that person go to Club Pop Pop?
Sir.
she if Sobi was in Club Pop Pop, she'd tear that spot down.
Toby, come
in a
on
good
down.
way.
Come
Sobi
on
gonna
down.
turn out.
Toby is Toby. Sobi,
Your name
Sobi.
is Sobi.
Sobi gonna throw that thing in a circle. For
Come on,
real.
Sobi.
Your name is Sobi?
Sobi.
Sobi gonna throw that thing in a circle.
I got
She
a-
dragging that wagon.
I got
for
bottle
real.
service and a VIP seat next to me right here.
It's his dance partner. That's the greatest beat
He's
writer in
not
the history of
with
the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
Club Hop Hop, where legends drop. Clarence Hill just can't stop. Breaking news, you gotta hop
Oh my
in
God.
Club Hop Hop.
One quick shout out from me to my daughter Channing Hill, who was just awarded a full ride scholarship to law school.
Okay.
Off the record?
That
Now it's
means-
on the record?
Now it's on. She got the official email right
Let's go.
I was
So-
going to complain about all the damn shout outs, and then I heard where you were going. I'm like, okay, that was
now.
good.
Full ride law. Yeah, that's books. That's everything. That's housing. That's everything. So
That's
it's
great.
a
That's-
blessing
that's
for
amazing.
her and a blessing for your dog.
Let me hold
Chill.
Pop. Let me hold a $4. You got some.
Yeah, you know you saved up.
You got some money now. Let me hold a few. Let me hold a few to
trying
the
hold on
first.
to my 401k.
Well, that's gone.
We don't need
Them
to talk about it.
tariffs.
We don't,
Let's
have
go.
to, we don't have to do that. Next to Clarence is the second greatest beat writer there. The Cowboys, Mr. Joseph Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
Marcus nasty.
I had some good hating in the chat to start today.
Yeah.
We did have some good hating a little ways back, but we're not going to worry about all that. We're just going to rock and roll. We're just going to have ourselves a party. Dianna Russini's out here killing my dreams. You guys see her crushing my dreams? You see?
I saw her.
crossed my mind.
I saw what she did.
Oh, she just telling the truth. She had reporting the truth.
She
It
can't
ain't-
kill
she
what's
ain't
already
biased.
dead. She can't kill what's already dead.
We already know this. We knew this already.
Yeah, I guess we've talked about it 100 times,
Yeah.
but once a national reporter says it,
That's a big
I'm like,
deal.
why you got to make
Yeah.
what I already knew? Why do you have to say it out loud?
In front of everybody.
And
the
yeah,
company.
to the whole
of the
damn
company.
world.
Job.
Dianna Russini, she zeeted. X'd. Posted.
Posted.
He'd sound crazy on
She
a Friday.
zeeted.
Imagine you say that. Like, what happened, man? She zeeted every.
What's
Oh,
it?
Crazy. Let me stop. I'm gonna get myself in
Yeah.
trouble today. Let me
Posted on
Boss is here.
Post on
Go ahead.
X.
She X-posted.
She X-posted. Let's go.
X-posted.
She X-posted.
Shout out to Diana. We don't get in trouble today. I just feel it. I just feel we got evaluations coming next week. This is not gonna end well for this show. Somebody might not be here next week.
Yeah.
Got it.
Somebody might not be here next week.
Somebody said Joe's wire is showing.
I'm like trying to figure out what that means.
oh, that's secret agent.
Because you're a secret agent.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're the undercover cop,
Yeah, you
Joe.
are. Yeah.
Dro, why are you pointing me out, man?
Yeah, that's messed up. Dianna Russini X posted. I don't know what words to use. Past drafts have been filled with early trade fireworks, and we love early trade fireworks. Based on my conversations, I wouldn't expect to see that type of chaos this year. Which I don't mind. I just need one trade in the top 12.
Yeah, and I think she's
Cowboys
really
going
yeah,
down.
and I really think she's talking about people moving up into the top of the draft. Okay, we're talking about mainly the Cowboys have an opportunity to move down because there's not and pick up picks. She's really talking about in the past there's a lot of been movement at the top of the draft for a quarterback, for a special player, and there won't be a lot of movement at the top of the draft. I think what she's focused on.
Because there aren't a lot of special players.
The only two players I think if they found somehow, some way towards 9-ish, 10-ish, if and I know that Drew Rosenhaus came out the other day and said Abdul Carter went back to Indianapolis, got another scan on his foot, and that his foot is healing on his own and I won't require surgery. I still think that's a little bit of a farce. I think once he gets drafted,
Nope, he's fine.
I think once he gets
He's
drafted
good.
somewhere, they're gonna be like, you know what? On second thought, we're gonna get this knock the surgery out, and then we'll be ready for training camp. But if Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter has a gas mask situation, says something crazy on X or is speeding, or I don't know, something crazy happens between now and then. Those two are the only two players I could see a team going, you know what? We might have to mortgage a couple future picks to go up and try to get one of those guys if they get to that. I don't think they will, but it's just in the spirit of it would have to be one of those two players that fall closer to 10 for a team to jump up and give up some picks to go get them.
Or a quarterback falls like out. I mean, out beyond where we expect, right? If Shadur is still there, kind of maybe the mid,
After 10.
after 10. If if you're the Cowboys,
Which is
12
possible.
Yeah.
and some team says, you know what, we kind of want Shadur, we can draft him a little less. And the thing is,
Shadur.
So who
God,
are
that was my California
So
came out.
who are the wild cards? I'm thinking Shador. I think he goes to the Saints if he gets that far. But if he doesn't go to the Saints, then that's a possibility. I'm also thinking maybe Jalen Carter. He's a guy who has been all
Jalen
over.
Walker?
Jalen Walker, excuse me, my bad. Abdul Carter, Jalen Walker,
Yeah.
pass rushing dude.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, that
Jalen
guy.
Carter's
Jalen Carter
actually
from the
one of
Eagles.
players
Dude,
already-
yeah.
I'll
already-
trade for Jalen
He's
Carter.
already spoken for. He's already spoken for. He's
My
already
bad.
spoken for.
But dude from Georgia, who's been all over the map. I've seen him in the top 10. I've seen him as low as 20. I think he's a special guy who people might jump up for.
Maybe, but I think
I
that's
said might.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the whole thing. Is like this morning, I was farting around on my little tiny YouTube channel doing a show with my friend Brian Broadus, and like at the
YouTuber
end,
like Dianna Russini, YouTuber.
what's that?
YouTuber like Dianna Russini.
That's ticking me off, man.
I know. I just
Let
wanted
us
to-
have our space. Let us have our space.
It's ticking me off.
Right, writing people need to write because this is going to be really weird.
Oh, be careful now.
What?
Writing people need to write.
Well, no, not if they work with me.
Oh, okay.
But the writing people need to
I was
write
getting ready to say.
because we're filled up. We're full up over here on YouTube. Okay, we're full up. We don't need more people over here.
And Joe
And we
just
don't
started
need
a YouTube channel.
we don't need everybody over here. Plus, most of you writers can't do you guys. You don't have the personality. You don't have it, or the dashing good looks.
You got it.
No, I like to. This is what I do for a living. I want all of my draft content to be able to read it in like 4 minutes.
For sure.
Like, I'm not going to watch anything.
Yeah.
I want to read it. So, Dianna, if you could just write stuff, thankfully she wrote enough in the intro to a video so I didn't have to watch it that I got the general idea. But like Jalen Walker is very much reminiscent of this entire draft where I'm just going to have a shift in my brain and stop worrying about what number the Cowboys are picking at. You just have to blow it out of your brain that it's the 12th overall pick and think about that context. Because like at 12th overall, the Cowboys picked Micah Parsons. And when they were at 10, they were hoping for Patrick Surtain and J.C. Horn. And like none of those prospects are in this draft. Yeah. And so I just had to just let it go and be like, look, who's the best player available? Don't worry about what is normally the 12th best player. You just can't worry about it. Because even like Jalen Walker, I love Jalen Walker. To me, he's a top 6 player. But teams are going to look at him and be like, is he a linebacker? Is he a pass rusher? And if he's a pass rusher, he's 6'1" and 240 pounds, and that's small. And like, I don't know. Is he going to go 5th, 6th, 7th? And if he doesn't, are teams really going to give up something to go get a guy with those questions? Or are you going to wait and see if he falls in your lap? I don't know. And I think that's how I feel about almost the entire top of the draft. When the Cowboys get on the clock and it's like, all right, we're calling people to try to trade down. Like, what are they coming up for? A guy that would have been the 7th offensive tackle in most drafts? A guy that would have been the 5th wide receiver in most drafts? A tight end?
But what if they offer you a 4th round pick? A 5th round pick? Things where the draft chart says don't do that. You do not trade back. But in a draft like this, if you're the Cowboys, what if you recoup your 4th round pick by going from 12 to 20 and you still get the guy that you would have got at 12?
I'm willing to lose a trade, but not that bad. Because the NFL draft is mostly a 3 to 4 round exercise. Yeah. There are obviously guys in the 5th, 6th, and 7th every year that hit. But when you're going by the percentages, it's a 3.5 to 4 round exercise to have a decent chance to find you a good player. And to go down to 20, in theory, should cost their 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
I could do it for a 3rd this year. But not for a 4th.
Not a 4th?
We're going too far.
Well, that might be the only offer you get for it.
Yeah.
We're going too far now. We're going too far.
Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this.
Yes, Robin. Goat.
Mr. Goat. You two football guys. Let's go back to the Micah Parsons draft and say they do get J.C. Horn or get one of those corners. How different does this team look? Because you still don't have a pass rusher.
Well, we change everything because now in the years that follow, you're trying to find a pass rusher.
Yeah, but you're late because you have at least those picks were all late. You're not going to get a special pass rusher in the 20s.
Maybe you don't sign Trayvon Diggs to a big extension.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the makeup of this team, you have one of those corners.
Maybe trade for Myles Garrett.
But how different does this team look? You fell into Bland, who gives you that, who basically give you that type of upside at corner.
You look a lot different. I mean, it probably doesn't change their overall results at all. I mean, they could still really easily lose in the 1st round all the time. Yeah. You could pull that off. No, it looks different. But I just didn't appreciate. What Dianna was doing there because I'm trying to live a dream over here. I'm trying to get up out of that 12th pick.
You live in a great dream. You're a rich man.
Huh?
Your dream is living well. Your dream is dreaming.
My dream is dreaming.
Your dream is dreaming.
Yeah.
It's
not deferred.
That is
your dream is not deferred, sir.
What popism is this?
Your dream is dreaming is absolutely
your dream is
blowing my mind right now.
It's been successful. Are you not successful on YouTube? Are you not a self-proclaimed rich man already?
I'd like to shout out.
He's got a pool.
I'd like to shout out to whoever.
Your dream is dreaming, right?
I'd like to shout out to whoever this morning was my 41,000th. That's how you say that? Yeah, I was about to say 41st thousand. 41,000th subscriber. Thanks. Now get the DLLS sports channel up to there. We got some super chats. We'll get into them things. Dianna Russini, stop crushing my dreams. We're trying to trade down. Okay, trying to trade down. We need people to think that there's stuff up top that they really, really got to come get after. So stop screwing it up for everybody. Coming up next, how ready are the Cowboys to go partying in 13 days? We've got an article from a guy named Joe Hoyt that we need to discuss, and we'll hit your super chats and all that. We'll do that next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Well, tonight is the night, and the rodeo is here at Globe Life Field in Arlington. Tonight, tomorrow, you're going to see some of the young and brightest stars compete for the grand prize total of $3 million in American Rodeo. If you haven't got your tickets, you need to go to AmericanRodeo.com right now and get your tickets. You come for the rodeo, but darn it, you stay for the freaking party. You're going to have some of the great country music, and you're going to see some of the up-and-coming rising stars of American Rodeo. Over 150 rodeo athletes compete for the next 2 days for a shot at $1 million. Who will be the next rodeo millionaire? This isn't just any another Texas rodeo. This is the only place to see every reigning champion compete in one place. So get your boots, get your hat, get your belt buckles, and get your bolos, and head on down to Globe Life Field for American Rodeo. Go to AmericanRodeo.com and get your tickets now.
Shout out to our friends at Empire Today. That's where you got to get your flooring. You got to get it. You can't see it, but my feet, that's on that Empire Today flooring. It's on that wood, which is the kind of flooring I would get. But if that's not your style, you can get whatever you want. Just know that Empire Today is the best in the business when it comes to a flooring situation. You know, part of the reason why is because they do flooring. They're not going to walk up to the house and be like, hey, did you need me to fix the toilet? I'll try to put in that ceiling fan. Got some flooring in the van. No, you need to go to the people who do this. And it's Empire Today. They're the best of the best. They live and breathe flooring. And they'll be with you every step of the way. It's a whole different ball game. They're flooring experts. Bring the showroom right to your home. You can pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. See how it looks with your furniture in your house. It's super convenient. Got to make sure everything matches. They got you squared away. Check out our friends, EmpireToday.com/DLLS. All right, let's knock out these supers. God, I didn't mean to keep you waiting. Womp, womp. Aaron, I know Aaron's all up in here, but Andrew's in here. How realistic is Hampton in the second without moving? Based on mocks, it's not.
Slim.
Based on what people say, it's not. When I first watched him, I was like, hell yeah, second round. And now everybody's like, yeah, watch, he's going to go at 10. And I'm like, y'all are crazy. Travis Smitty. I like the name Smitty.
If Amari keeps dropping, a lot of people are saying, people saying Commanders.
Yeah, if he 29.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's about where, running back.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's something that we would have to face twice a year. I thought you were flipping them off. I thought you were going double bird on a Friday, and I was like,
come get some.
Bring it on.
Travis Smitty, if Sanders falls in Dallas's lap, do we draft him?
Nope.
Sanders who? Dion?
Shador.
Oh,
No.
Shador?
Shador.
Shador?
No. This is Shador guy.
We like Shador. We like Shador.
You know what?
But
If
no.
you guys are just going to be giant Dak homers, I'll tell the people what's real.
Tell them.
They should absolutely draft Shador and run Dak out of town on a rail. You know? I think it's a train.
Oh, rail. Like a...
Yeah. Because that underachieving, greedy,
Captain Thunder.
hurt,
Captain Thunder.
Wow.
choke artist.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Captain Thunder.
Dak's good. It'll be fine.
Captain Thunder wants to pay you under the table.
Yeah, 100%.
He must have sent you
Canadian
one to your
money.
personal account. They sent you one to your Venmo.
Get that hammy right,
Yeah.
though. Get that hammy right. I don't need you deteriorating on me. Go back to being awesome.
Slim Reaper, baby.
Brandon's in the super chat with a 20. Womp womp.
We appreciate that.
Wait,
Brandon.
wrong one. Aaron's womp womp. Brandon might drive a truck. I don't know.
I was going to say, wait. What
Brandon from B-Ham, baby. B-Ham.
This is like hanging with the boys uncut. Keep
Okay.
it up. Oh, yeah, Jesse Judkins is from a town in Alabama. But that ain't us.
Uh-oh.
What's that mean?
It's a bro. He got a black dude emoji, so that ain't us. He's from
He's from a town.
from sundown town,
Yeah,
probably.
he was
Oh, he.
Oh.
I like Judkins. I do. That man's about football. He's about football. Shout out to Hang With the Boys. That's for those you don't know. That's the other show that I do.
Oh, that's a show?
Yeah. This,
Yeah.
Aaron's in the super chat. Womp
Womp
womp.
womp.
Third time's a charm. Can't have a bad draft 3 years in a row. Texas two-step. Can we trade back second year in a row and get a guy? I hope. First time in a long time. Let our first pick be a dude. Go Cowboys. I want the first pick to be a dude. That was the whole first segment. I don't think the first pick's going to be a dude, and I need to let that dream go. We all need to come to grips with this is a meat and potatoes.
all right, so what does a dude look like?
It's a meat and potatoes.
this-
A number one wide receiver, 12-sack guy.
Shutdown corner.
A
So you're
number
saying
one
you
corner.
don't think 12's going to be a dude? Oh, you said a number one wide receiver. Okay.
I don't think 12's going to be a dude.
Okay.
And I need to come to grips with that and be okay with that and say, okay, forget it. Who's the best player?
Yeah.
go pick him, and he's going to help the football team.
Have fun.
And deal with that.
Have fun.
And everybody have a good time. And that's fine. All right, we caught up on all the super chats.
Jeremy said,
If
Captain
he helps,
Thunder's-
will he be a dude?
Jeremy
Dude,
says,
help.
Captain Thunder's check cleared.
Captain Thunder's check cleared.
I am viable. I'll tell you that right now. Because I can take it all back on the next show. Like, I'm just kidding.
We all got a price.
I got a prize.
We all got a price.
I absolutely got a prize. Okay. The great Joseph Hoyt on alldlls.com has provided us with another segment today. And Joe, I would just like you to pimp your stuff.
Pimp it.
Yeah, I can do
Pimp
that.
your stuff.
Tell him something, Joe.
Yeah, I can do that.
How ready are we to party in 13 days?
Oh, I'm so ready to party. But I think one thing that's becoming very clear about the Cowboys' direction so far in terms of their offseason and the visits that they've accumulated, and we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, I think that they have a real chance of doing best player available at 12. I think like people look at the offseason and say, hey, did they really fill any holes? Well, I think they did with guys that are at least capable of being out there and in position, but they haven't kind of limited themselves to not taking guys that can upgrade at all these positions. So I think that they're in position to draft someone at 12 that is best player available. I think one of the most telling things, you go back to last year with the Cowboys, they only invited 3 guys that ended up being first-round picks among their 30 visits. 3. This year, so far, of the 18, they've got reported so far, they've got 14 first-round caliber guys that have come in across a bunch of different positions. I think receiver is the most, and then defensive line is the next. After that, you got running back and offensive line.
Yeah.
I think that they are in position to take best player available, and they're motivated to do so.
And I think you're supposed to, right?
Right.
You're supposed to. And if they do, life is good. But the way that they prepared is almost like the theme of the last few years, where you did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, could we technically take the field? Yeah. We signed some guys that play in the NFL.
They filled every need.
But if we had to play with the guys that we filled these
Short
needs
up,
with,
it's not filled.
They shored up every need.
yeah, and I think we're getting dog walked if we got to play with the guys that we had. And so it's like I get it. You did what, and so like we shouldn't kill them too much because they did. They signed guys at the position they had to sign guys at so that they could go draft. But the fact that you didn't add a single player that I think helps you win, damn. What was that, Jesse? The here damn. They did a bunch of here damn. Here, yeah. Okay, we technically need a guy that plays defensive tackle here. Here's one.
One of the places where I stand on from a general manager perspective and a scouting perspective and a roster building perspective is, and they have to. We don't have to. They have to. They look at guys like Dak and CD and Micah, and they feel certain ways about guys like Deron Bland and Jonathan Mingo and others. And so while we are looking from the outside in and saying, we're going to get dog walked if we got to go out there and play X, Y, and Z, they're on the other side saying, and I guess this is the level of hopium that they're cooking up in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, no stepped on little baking soda, is they're saying Mingo's going to take the next step and he's going to give us productivity.
Oh, I'm getting ready to hear that.
Guyton is going to give us
100%.
productivity. You know, Deron Bland is going to get back to that. You know, Seatbelt's going to step up and he's going to give us that productivity. So on that end, they're looking at it and saying, we got the guys. We have a lot of guys who have the potential of being players, and we know that potential gets you fired and hope is not a strategy, but their belief system and the guys that they have on their roster, I believe that they're thinking about this as saying, we can compete with the guys that we have, and then those special players, then your Dax, Micahs, CDs, they're going to be exceptional in the moments where we need it the most. Now, for the last 30 years, those players haven't been exceptional, and that you can go back to how far you ever want to go back to your DeMarcus Wares, to your Roy Williams, to your Marion Barbers, your DeMarco Murrays, your Des Bryants, your Jason Wittens. You can go back to Tony Romos. All those guys, they had special traits and had special moments and did some special things. But in the matter that the moments where it mattered the most, they didn't show up. And the roster that they have today, they believe that those guys are good enough to show up week in and week out to give them the success that they need. We don't believe it. We see things differently, but the way that they're operating, they're saying we're going to look at the best player available in the draft, and we're going to go ahead and mount up and go out there with the guys that we have.
And again, this is what they have to do. This is what they should be doing. I think that based on what they've done in the offseason, but also based on the guys they've brought in, they've set themselves up to take the best players. We've talked about the other day, they're doing their due diligence on all the top prospects. So if one of them falls to them, whether it's offensive lineman, receiver, running back, defensive lineman, they are able to take them because they have the information on them. And so the way they've been operating, head into the draft, we're bringing in Shamar Stewart and some defensive linemen, was bringing in two of the top offensive linemen in the draft, was bringing in all the top receivers in the draft that could be there, was bringing in Ashton Genty and certainly some of the other running backs. They've set themselves up that they know the information on these guys where they can be true. And that's what they want. You want to be true to your board rather than have to lean on focus on a position. And I like what you said. The guys they've signed, they're betting on upside. They're betting on hopium. It's going to be the same thing with the guys in the draft because as Jeff has said already, there are no special guys in this draft. Mm-hmm. There's no guys that say, when he comes in, when I take it, he's going to be that dude. We don't know that about anybody.
Yeah, life was more fun when Genty could make it to 12.
Yeah.
Because that could have been a dude.
Yeah.
100%.
He could be a dude.
But most of these guys, you don't know. So you're betting on to come on everything you do right now. And if that's the case, then just take the best player available.
We're also almost a year anniversary of one of my favorite Jerry Jones quotes he's ever said. And it was last year right before the draft. And he says, we need nobodies to become somebodies. Well, it didn't really work last year, did it? I think that is the mentality they're also going to carry in to this year. Hey, we need Jonathan Mingo or Jalen Tolbert to become somebody, to become a dude. We need Javonte Williams to recapture what he had to become a dude. And I think that they're going to rely a lot on that, depending on how the draft shakes out. But I think that they're not going into 12 thinking, hey, they're going to take an offensive tackle no matter what, like they did last year. We knew they were going to take an offensive tackle last year. It was just a matter of who. This year's a little bit more mysterious.
And it's interesting. Where I was talking to Shadi, and was talking about receiver. He pointed out several times that Jalen Tolbert led them receiving touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
And I think he can take another step. Did you know? I mean, he had more receiving touchdowns than CeeDee Lamb, and he led them receiving touchdowns. He talked about him being a guy that they believed in who could take another step along with Mingo. So if they want a receiver, but they do believe that there's another step that Jalen Tolbert can take because he led them receiving touchdowns last year.
Oh, man.
Remember when LaRon Robinson led them touchdowns, receptions?
and got paid.
Not here.
No, he went somewhere and got paid. Romo got him paid.
He got Jacksonville. And your games he played in Jacksonville, trust me, I know because I'm still seething about it.
Fell off a cliff.
3.
1.
Yeah, a lot of money for that touchdown.
$15 million.
But I guess that's the maddening. That's the maddening thing.
Fell off a cliff, guy.
Because I agree, if receiver isn't the pick at 12, we are absolutely going to get a Jonathan Mingo campaign.
Or Tolbert.
Or whatever. And no. Just no. And I wonder how much of that is because the marketing guy is the general manager, where he said it after this year. My favorite thing about the Cowboys is that they will say things, and then those things, they don't do anything about it. Like Stephen Jones said, we waited too long to sign Dak, and then said, I give no credibility to anyone who says we wait too long to sign players.
I know.
Cool. Jerry Jones said, we put too much faith in our own guys and rookies and all that at the end of this season, and they're going to do it again. Right. Yeah. And just the fact that you do know but don't alter anything, what is that? I would say it's not good if people on the outside know better than you do about what's going to go wrong with your football team, because that's true too. For 3 years in a row, when they get to camp, we have, as a collective, not look at me, I'm so smart. As a collective, that wide receiver group's not good enough. Oh my God, they need to add 2 defensive tackles. Oh my God, that's not going to work. And they tell you it's going to work and it hasn't. And if you are just wrong, but you believe what you're doing is right, that's one thing. When you have acknowledged a problem and then turn around and deny it and do it again, what are you doing? But I want them to draft all the good players and win all of the Super Bowls. I need everyone to know that. And it starts with drafting the best available player. Mm-hmm. Abdul Carter at 12. Here we go. We'll get some more of your guys' super chats going.
Yes,
But
Drew.
coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, I have to put in my PIN code for my laptop and then tell you, okay, let's talk about pet cats. Do you have guys in this draft class that you absolutely love that you would like to see on the Cowboys? They don't have to be guys at number 12. Who are those guys for you? We'll do it next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
We're in an economy right now where money matters. Money is tight. And let me tell you about my friends at Monarch Money. Head over to monarchmoney.com and use the promo code DLLS, and you can get 50% off your first year with Monarch Money. Now, we all at some point in time lose track of where our money goes. Sometimes it's out spending, it's ordering food, it's Ubering, it's having those impulse buys, that retail therapy, all these type of things. And so the money's coming in, but you have no idea where it's going on the way out. And then you look up and then you got more bills than bucks. You got more month than money because you have not set up the proper budgeting tools. Go see my friends at Monarch Money. Get set up with them, and they will get your budget together. You'll know where the money is going. You'll know how much money is going there, and they will set up the different tools that you're able to save more money, keep more money, and live a better lifestyle because you're not worried about when the next bill is going to come and how you're going to afford it. So head over to monarchmoney.com, use the promo code DLLS, and get 50% off Monarch
Stuff. Their stuff.
Their budgeting.
And once they get you squared away, you have more money for the Sleeper app. You know? That's what you do. Yep. You get that budget squared away. You figure out how much more you've got to put into Sleeper so you can have yourself a time while you watch sports. I love the Sleeper app. All you're doing is you're just making picks on who you think in any sport, any game is going to have more or less than their projected stats. Sometimes I'll use the Sleeper app just to do some hating on some Philly players. You know, sometimes Luke is coming to town. More than. And you're like, yeah, but we got Anthony Davis. And you go, less than, because he's not a dog. He's not built for that situation. And that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do is make those picks. The more picks that you combine, the more you can win all the way up to 100 times your money. That's our friends at Sleeper. New users, download the app. Use the code DLLS Boys. You get $55 in free interest when you place a $5 contest. See their terms of use for details. Check out Sleeper today. I forgot again what the third segment.
Pet cats?
Pet cats. We got a pig.
Meow. Meow. Let me hear Clarence's meow.
Clarence hits with a meow.
Your dog.
It's the pet cat.
That's not a
uses
meow.
that term though. Who's your dog in this draft?
dog.
Well, you could if you want to find a dog.
But he's a
What
dog.
You can do it. You can do it. That's your dog?
I thought you were a goat.
I'm a goat.
Let me hear your goat sound.
Dog goat.
Hit us with the goat sound.
I've
You can't be a goat if you don't got a sound.
never heard a goat sound.
What is a ghost?
Are you serious?
Is it bad?
So
gotta-
they do
you
some
gotta-
bad, but they'll also yell.
Yeah.
Do they do bad?
Goats sound like a human yelling.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a goat sound. It really is. Yeah.
I've heard that sound before.
Just like a turtle sound is.
iOS just come out on Monday.
Did I miss something? Moo? I missed something.
It's just a barn. It's just a barn. We're just doing barn animal sounds.
Any animal. Let's hit the super chats. We'll get your pet. We'll get in. We'll do your pet. We'll do the pet cats in this draft. I know I got a couple of supers I got to catch up on. Let's see. Freak Jesus, Taco Bell money. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
We don't appreciate you.
I do.
Take the money somewhere else. Don't take it to Taco Bell.
Stop that.
Well, you can take it wherever you want.
Stop
Calvert's in the super chat, and we do appreciate you.
Thank you, Calvert.
He does say Jesse could beat him up, but he thinks he could take Clarence.
Can't take me, dog.
Yeah, there's Goatner. Right there. Goat in the house.
I don't want any smoke with anybody. So I'm not trying to fight with anybody.
Okay.
I don't want no smoke with anybody. It's all love from your boy Jay Holly. I'm old and brittle.
Josh, Golden or McMillan?
Ooh.
McMillan.
Golden.
This is what I got into this morning.
Golden.
McMillan.
McMillan.
Kinda.
Golden.
McMillan.
Barely.
429, baby.
You don't play
Laser
that
was
fast.
wrong.
Yeah, Laser's wrong. He cheated it.
I did watch it again, and it's just a slight.
Get a little late start on
There's
him.
a late start on it.
It wasn't wrong on your 40.
I said, oh,
Yeah, that's fair.
look, you know.
Hey, I beat the threshold. In Cole Haans and jeans, I beat the
The
threshold.
threshold was very low.
And I beat it.
Compliment sandwich coming in here.
Oh, no. For who?
Just going to give you a warning. Compliment sandwich coming in
All
here.
right.
Matthew Golden's a really good football player and a really good prospect, and I'd be very happy to have him on the Cowboys.
Compliment.
Did y'all see Steve Sarkisian talking about his 40?
Yeah.
That's a man who knows he don't run a 4.29.
100%.
He was talking about how his work ethic and what a great guy he was to have, and he goes, and he hit 4.29, and I was like, stop! You're good!
He said speed was a question.
Hey, and he answered that question.
And I'd love to have him on the Cowboys.
Answer that question.
Have a sandwich.
That's why he did. That's why he didn't run it again, baby. Hey, like Dion, run this 4.2 and get on about it.
We got Matthew Golden's 240 times at the combine, 4.29 and 4.48. That's not confusing.
He didn't run a 4.4.
That's what I'm saying. But he would have.
But he didn't.
Maybe. I just say maybe.
He ran what was on the paper. Put that down on the paper.
It's on the paper. You can't take it away from him. Let's see. Dan. I still think they need to trade for a number 2 wide receiver before the draft. Go ahead. I bet the price is coming down on Tyreek Hill. I bet the price is coming down on Tyreek Hill. Huh? I don't know why our GM is laughing. I'm trying to add good players. They didn't arrest him or anything. They just had to stop by and check in on him.
There's never been any
what's
smoke with Tyreek
crazy
Hill.
is his wife is from Brownwood.
What's love got to do with it? Got to do
His
with
wife was
it.
from Brownwood.
Okay. What's that mean?
She's right up here. That's right next to Stephenville.
And that's crazy?
Well, if he comes, I'm just saying she's local.
Close to the family?
Local.
No, there's nothing crazy about it. She just
Jim
happened to
says
be
it
from a
was
place.
Brownwood.
We're all from a place.
Her brother played football in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Well, he might have to go see Tyreek. Huh?
Brownwood.
Might have
He's
to go
safe
see
in
him.
Texas.
It's tough if you think somebody's doing somebody wrong and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, it is.
Because, I don't know what happened
And
at
the mama
Tyreek's house.
was
I
in
just
the
know the
house.
police had to stop by and see what was going on. And then they said,
Somebody
all right, have a
called
great day. Nobody got
But
arrested.
he had the baby over the balcony, like the Michael Jackson video.
I'm
You
just
see
saying,
that?
if he
He
but
had
if
the
he,
baby over the balcony.
Right.
What you doing?
so, if he was married to a family
The
member of
boy's
mine, I'd be like,
crazy.
that's messed up. And they'd be like, all right, get over here and do something about it. There ain't nothing I can do. Like, that dude will whoop my ass. What do you want me to do? Get beat up for us? That don't help nobody. Like, it was,
For us.
Aaron is back. Aaron is back.
There's in the super chat. I'll take the hopium for both of us, Jeff. Tet or Golden is a dude. CD is like a demigod. Look, I want them to be dudes.
Hey, Aaron.
I think they're good players. I want them to be dudes. Hey, Aaron, Jalen Knoll is my pet cat.
Iowa State's pretty good.
Lockett
prospect.
clone.
Big guy can run 4.42.
Littler guy
I thought it was bigger.
can
Isn't it?
run. Jaden Higgins is the big Iowa State. Jalen
Okay,
Knoll's the little
I'm
Iowa State.
thinking Higgins. Okay,
Yeah, but they had 2 1,300-yard receivers.
Yeah.
They got a couple of absolute dudes.
Roll
If I
clones.
say the other guys aren't dudes, they're not dudes.
Roll clones.
They're
my
college
bad.
dudes. Chad's Riffin Freak Show. Montel Jordan Jr., running back, Florida. Montrell.
This is how
we
we
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah, it's Montel. Yeah,
This is how.
I'm going to look. I've watched 17 running backs for the draft so far. I think every one of them is part of an NFL committee.
That's wild.
Like, that's why I'm like, Omar and Hampton at 12? Pick the Syracuse guy in the 5th round. Like,
you
y'all
like
chill
him?
out.
Okay.
Dro knows, seriously, what are we going to do about right guard? Hoffman and Bass can't be the answer. I'd prefer Booker from Bama at 12.
The Cowboys have given you an option
They got
there.
4 options. Right?
Sadiq, baby.
And Rob Jones.
Rob Jones.
Sadiq Charles.
Who?
And Awesome could play guard too. they got a lot of options at right guard.
Look, the Cowboys
Are
have
they
the
good
The
options?
Cowboys have the most depth
Right guard.
on a probably not good line
Crazy.
in the league.
For real.
A lot of teams would be really happy to have your 6th, 7th, 8th offensive lineman. And a lot of teams would not be thrilled to run out your top 5. But you got extras.
I think you'd be fine if a TJ Bass was your starting right guard. I think a lot of teams would be like, it's fine.
I think it might work.
Fine.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna throw a pet cat at you guys, and I don't know. This will also be a little bit of a shot at the Cowboys, which I don't want to do. It's hopium season. I think that they're in a great spot. I think the Super Bowl is realistic. I think whoever they pick at 12, probably a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, one of my favorite players in the draft is the LSU tight end
Mason
Taylor.
Taylor.
And I don't know how high he's going to go. It does.
From Michigan, yeah.
It does seem like these words aren't accurate, but it does seem like he's moving up, like to where he's going to be probably like a 2nd round pick. And if I were the Cowboys and I did a good job of team building, they used to openly talk about this, that you also want to stay ahead of contracts and guys who could be leaving. they've lost that ability because of their inability to draft and their disinterest in free agency the last couple of years, where you can't, they probably don't view that they can afford to do it that way. But it goes back to what I'm saying about the guys at the top draft. There's people who absolutely love the top 2 tight ends in this draft. One of them might go in the top 10. They might both go in the top 15, whatever. Yeah. And that's Tyler Warren at Penn State, Colston Loveland at Michigan. Third tight end off the board will be either Mason Taylor or Arroyo, the Miami guy.
Frisco Independence High School.
And I find myself doing this at a lot of positions. I would rather have Mason Taylor at 44 than Tyler Warren at 12.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep running into, but I got to pick somebody at 12, which is why I'm just going to pick a wide receiver or a corner. But that's my guy, because Mason Taylor at LSU is they don't even use him in a way to show off everything he can do. It seems like they had him doing very standard turn around, in, out, turn around. And when you watch him run the routes and move, I'm like, oh, no, you're not asking him to do enough. That dude can hurt people in more ways than what you're letting him do. So just throwing out a pet cat. Jake Ferguson's going into his last year. They may be dug in to the lanes they've built of what they have to do in the early rounds, but that's a name that I would thoroughly enjoy on day 2 joining the Dallas Cowboys.
I like it.
So does pet cat have to be like? What round does it have to be in?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Pet cat's just I really like this guy.
like
It would
this
be
guy a
great.
lot.
We know you got one.
So there.
Well, Mecca is, yeah.
Well, we know who my first round pet cat is. Yeah, for
Mecca
sure.
Buka?
Mecca Buka. That's my guy. For me, there's 2 for me. There's 2 pet cats that I think will be later on in the draft that if the Cowboys don't address these areas early on, I wouldn't mind them joining this roster. One, he is absolutely by Jeff. You have
Say
already,
Willie Lampkin.
No.
Oh.
You have already shown
like
your
Willie
prejudice against him already.
I'm not prejudiced against anyone.
You've already shown your prejudice against him already.
Except people taller than me.
But the first one would be, talking about tight end, would be Harold Fanning Jr.
Feet
no,
face
I
the
can't
wrong
do it.
way.
I can't do it.
I think
His feet go out
I'm
that
telling
way.
you, I just have a gut feeling that he's going to get somewhere and we're going to look up and he's going to be a baller.
But I watched his tape and I'm like, I have no idea how he got to 1,500 yards.
He's going to be a baller.
Can't
He's
do it.
going to be a baller. And then my second one, I don't know what it is about him, but I've watched him a couple of times and I just like him. Like, I just like the player that he is. And that's Devin Neal, running back out of Kansas.
Yeah.
I just like Devin Neal. I think he's solid. And he's another one of those not great or elite at anything, but just I guess
He's a Buka.
yeah.
He does the running back job right.
You talk about like when we get to the season and I watch film, and you can always point out the people on the opposing team like, oh, he's the star. But I'm always partial and I'm always appreciative of the football playing. Back in the day, you know, your coach used to call you a football playing Joe, right? Like just a football playing dude. Like he just doesn't do anything. He's not a star. Doesn't do anything spectacular. But he just shows up consistently every single down, every single game, week in and week out. And I think Devin Neal is going to be one of those players when we look up. I'm like, damn, it's year 9 for him. He's still trucking around in the National Football League, just playing good, solid football.
People sleep on Devin Neal. I like him a lot.
You know, I'm going to stay with my agendas.
Matthew Golden.
I'm not. I'm going to take Johnny Barron. I think Johnny Barron is
Love
can't
Johnny.
miss. I think he has a high floor. I think you're going to get. There's not a bust factor.
Get your high floors from EmpireToday.com.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I just don't think there's no bust factor in them. I think with the receivers there's some bust factor. Even with Golden, I mean there's some bust factor. I think that Johnny Barron is a guy that's going to come in and he can play. I don't believe in drafting a slot corner at 12. You know, but Johnny Barron will be a guy that if you put him on his football team, he's going to be a player for you from day one. But keeping the theme on tight ends later in the draft, if you don't get one of those guys, Gunnar Helm had a good year. He was
The agenda is so hard.
very, very good year.
God, the
And
agenda.
if not Gunnar Helm, tight end Arande Gaston
From Syracuse.
Jr. from Syracuse. Big
remember
frame
his
guy.
daddy.
Remember his dad? Big, tough catching dude. Arande Gaston Jr. is going to surprise some people.
He makes some spectacular catches.
Did you just name 7 Texas guys and then 1 Syracuse guy?
It was 2. It
7?
was 2.
I'm surprised
It was
Jaden
2.
Blue. I'm surprised
It
you
was
mentioned
2.
Jaden Blue.
You didn't mention Jaden
Yeah,
Blue.
he's
What the
small.
hell?
I don't want a small running back.
See, I want Jaden Blue, so let me
I mean, I
push
like-
that agenda. Day 3,
It's
Jaden
one
Blue
small
is
one.
the number 2 running back of my dreams. We hit
After
home runs around here.
I don't.
After he posts bail.
No, that's
Oh, that's-
Isaiah
that's
Bond.
Bond.
Don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
put all
My
different
fault.
Texas people.
Yeah, but
all
all
Texas
Texas,
posting
all
Bond.
Texas brothers don't look alike, man. I'm playing like either.
It's easy to remember, too. Bond is
Blue.
posting Bond.
That's right. That's true.
Blue is not.
Yet.
Blue,
Sir.
Sorry. Not yet, Blue. I hope you don't have to post.
Blue
No,
will be
no.
drinking Johnny Walker Blue with
There you go.
Jerry.
And there is a Johnny Walker in this draft.
Okay, Missouri.
Is it black?
Missouri edge rusher
Is it-
Johnny Walker.
He black.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker black.
Johnny Walker Black.
RJ Harvey, 3rd round running back, UCF. I just had to get him out there.
Can I give mine after the break?
Quincy Riley, cornerback, Louisville.
Just gotta do it quick.
No, I'm gonna give
Yeah,
mine
we
after
keep
the
Pet Cat. I mean, it's a mock draft
It's a mock
Friday.
draft
We don't
Friday.
have to-
We got
we don't need
plenty
too
of time.
long to mock
I'll
draft.
go after the break.
Yeah, so that do you hear Joe is doing the worst thing in the history of broadcast, teasing a break. He teased a break. We'll be back with a mock draft Friday on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. And shout out to the shout out. We want to encourage you guys to sign up to be a diehard. DLLS is badass. Working here is super fun. And all of your local sports teams are covered. All of them are covered with pre- and post-game shows, daily shows, premium written content, whether that is behind-the-scenes stories, whether it's something that is more game-related, all of that stuff. Look at our merch.
It's a nice shirt. That is a nice shirt. I like that one. a lot.
DLLS is badass. And it's really the only thing you need. You don't need other... Well, let me not openly campaign against other people, but let me just say we are a one-stop shop for all of your DFW sports needs. So you need to sign up to be a diehard. Make sure you have access to everything that we got, including when you sign up, you get a free T-shirt.
Pointing at the diehard.
That's probably my favorite one, but we have tons of really cool merch
This is a horn
that you could choose from. So you get one of them things. When you sign up, you get 20%. Oh, really? No, but I got some.
I do smell good.
I got some really nice.
Because there's time when you haven't smelled good, you smell yourself. Like,
Never.
damn, I'm just saying.
I've had that problem, but I've got now. I got this eucalyptus. Eucalyptus lotion. Yeah. I put that on, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because you get around a nice smelling lady, and you're like, that smells good.
Salt,
When it's
supple,
you,
like a
it's like,
lady.
damn, I don't have to even go and find nobody. Like, I got it. Look at me go.
I smell great on the golf course.
Attaboy. You smell like Fireball on the golf course.
That's right, I do.
And we do want you to sign up for our golf tournament coming up on the 25th.
There you
That'll
go,
be
Joe. You teased the break, but you also teased the golf tournament.
Yep.
He came back.
Yep.
He came back.
That'll be on Friday, April 25th. We want you to sign up your foursome. Charity golf tournament, 9 to 3. Breakfast and lunch is included. We're going to be out there. We can talk about who the Cowboys picked in the first round on the night before. Get ready for day 2. Stevens Park is a really cool course. You can hang out with all your DLLS friends. Go sign up, alldlls.com/events.
Patrick Creighton.
All right, it's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Before we went to the break, very surprisingly, caught everybody off guard with that break. Joe was teasing that he had some pet cats.
I got
It's a
some
mock
pet
draft
cats.
Friday. We'll do a little mock draft for the right super chat. We'll pick your player. But Joe hit me with a pet
Hit me
cat.
with your
Hey,
best
Joe, but
shot.
before you
Fire
go, Joe,
away.
before you go, Joe, this is
Hit me.
this is no Diddy. This is no Diddy.
What is
This
that?
No Diddy.
What does that
situation.
mean?
Sound like
It's
pause.
no Diddy
Sound like a
situation.
pause.
What is a ditty?
He's no homo.
Yeah.
But that's what no. I mean, I'm just my bad. We can't say that.
Someone will not be here next week. I
That's
don't
not-
know.
I mean, I can narrow it down.
Hey, I didn't do nothing.
Who is gonna be?
In radio, we had a dump button.
Yeah,
We don't have a way to make that
And
go
Jim
away.
being a good.
It's just going to be there.
Just go, Joe. Just go.
Oh, damn.
What you gonna do? Don't Diddy.
Nah,
Don't
no.
Joe.
No, it's the time's passed.
Joe, you a thick thigh dude, bro.
I am, yeah.
You a thick. Like I was looking at the dad jeans.
Yeah.
You a thick thigh.
He's a stout lower body guy.
yeah. Like
I still be squatting.
no. You like
No Diddy.
no Diddy. No.
Yeah.
I looked over one time. I was like, damn.
What does no ditty mean?
It just means, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
It's
it's
just
It's just an observation.
an observation.
Yeah.
It's just observation. I was like, Joe,
You
like,
looking at the man's eyes?
nah. I looked over and he had the thigh up like that. I'm like, damn, Joe's thick. Like Joe's thighs are thick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just what I'm saying. No Diddy.
I still squat.
You still squat? You might be able to put out that four. What you said you run 4.5?
No, that's what's slowing him down.
No, I
thick thighs.
I ran a
Might be-
5.5 in
that might be
quad.
horsepower, yo.
That's why I bet against him. I said I saw it. I said yeah, it's too much.
Joe,
down
you
there.
might be built like a little video vixen over there, man.
I'm
Like
saying, dude.
You might be.
Hey, man.
You might be like
Fullback.
You might be like
Nose
a
guard.
little, you might be like a
Safety.
little video vixen over there, man.
Safety.
I'm sorry.
Short with thick thighs.
Speaking of inbox safeties, one of my pet cats that I really like is Ohio State's Lathan Ransom.
Oh,
And you know why I love him? Because he absolutely destroyed my Oregon Ducks. You go watch what he did against Oregon the second time, not the first time. Second time, that dude is a heat-sinking missile. I love safeties that are smaller, that are not afraid to just, get in the box and just go downhill and just lay dudes out. Lathan Ransom, when he sees something, he hits it. I'm a big fan of Lathan Ransom. I think that we talk about looking ahead for Cowboys' needs. Safety is going to come up here in a little bit. You got Malik Hooker. Why not replace Malik Hooker with another Ohio State safety in Lathan Ransom down the road? That's one of my pet cats. The other one, I think that they need
Time out. I'm going to my Lathan Ransom notes.
Yeah,
I'm going
sure.
to hand my laptop to Jesse. I just want you to read the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 words, but one of them you had to edit the word a little bit.
Where am I starting?
Oh,
at?
Lathan Ransom, right there. This is scouting report.
He hits the blank out of people.
That's
Facts.
the scouting report on Lathan Ransom.
Dude.
But it's like he
hits
hit
period.
Yeah.
The period. Bleep period. Out period of period people.
Yeah, I think with Matt Eberflus's system, you get a safety that would come downhill and make plays. I would love Lathan Ransom with the Cowboys. The other one, I'm going to push my agenda a little bit. I think the 2 possessions that the Cowboys have to get out of this draft, though, they need to get a big defensive tackle in a slot corner or an in-the-box safety kind of guy like Ransom, I think, could be. I think in terms of a big defensive tackle, Jamarie Caldwell from Oregon, that is a just
Well, if we don't just stop picking the colleges we went to, I'm going to go find the ACU prospect.
Not even-
how about
not
this?
even-
I
How
got
about
the
the
ACU
ACU
How about this
prospect?
Alfred Collins from Texas? Oh, look, there's Hookem. Yeah, there you go. CJ West from Indiana. It's another run-stopping defensive tackle I really, really like.
I just can't get over that Jesse called you a video vixen.
Not say he's thick like a video vixen.
Hey, man.
I didn't call him a video vixen.
Hey, if the boot fits.
You know what I'm saying? If
He
the
called
thick,
you-
if the
he
thick
said
fits,
you was a
wear it.
video
You know what I'm saying?
vixen like
No,
thighs.
That's not a compliment.
Tyleek Williams at
Tyler
Ohio
Williams
State.
from Ohio State.
That's my nose tackle.
I
Because
couldn't go back-to-back Ohio State guys.
I'm a big fan of the you want guys to be uniquely talented and do amazing stuff, but sometimes when you turn on to watch a guy and he just does teaching tape,
Yeah.
down in and down out, it's like, oh, 330 pounds and you just extend on a guy and work your way to the hole and don't get moved. Damn.
Yeah.
That's my nose tackle.
Last one is the 450-pound guy from Florida. I'll take him.
Whoever he is.
What?
I always forget his name. Desmond, what's his name?
Made no plays. 450 made no plays.
But he's big as hell, and the Cowboys can't stop the run, and I think he'll at least take up space.
He didn't.
What about Elijah?
He did-
What about my guy, Elijah Huzzy?
Oh, I love Elijah Huzzy, too. I think it's slot corners, him or Jabbar Muhammad, or it could be late-round guys.
That's his thing.
His name's Elijah Huzzy from UNC. Go
UNC,
Heels.
I'm pushing my agenda.
One of my favorite quotes was
You love Restrepo.
one of my favorite quotes from Jerry Jones. I like that hooker. You think he'd say?
He's gonna say, "I like that Huzzy." He's gonna say, "I like that Huzzy too."
I like the stuff that he said with Jamie Foxx more. One of us is not going to be here Monday.
Don't y'all ask in the chat. What happened to so and so?
Desmond Watson.
Why is he
thank you.
not here?
I'm talking about a cowboy story.
We talking
Thank
about
you,
Jerry
Desmond Watson.
quotes.
All right, Jamie Foxx hit end so fast. Oh God!
Whoa.
Savion Williams.
When a comedian knows when you've gone too far, you've gone too far. That's true.
Mock draft Friday. Mock draft Friday. Let's get the
Let's
mock
go.
draft. Let's get pulled up. Let's get pulled up.
Look
Here.
at John right
Are you guys having a good Friday with us? Like,
Are you having a good
like,
Friday?
you don't.
Fun.
You come here to join us, to be with us. We are friends. We are family. But are you having a good time? Like, you want to be informed, but darn it, you want to laugh too, right? You want to have a look. You want to have a good time. You don't want to waste your time watching like, Bueller.
Seaheads.
Bueller.
Would you rather we be a little more squared away?
You know what I mean?
You
We're
don't
not
want
gonna be
all
squared
A little
away.
more
seaheads.
squared away.
That's
for
not
you?
gonna be us.
We can be a little more squared away.
That's not the show for that. That's not us.
Guys, the Cowboys are going to pick at 12 in this thing,
Okay.
and a lot of things could happen in the 11 before.
Let's take my feet off the furniture. man.
At 12, we'll have to have our list of needs prepared, and then we'll have to. Well, we already know this. Let's just
Well,
hit the
DLS
button.
Cowboys, we had a nice run.
Well,
It was a nice run.
Good run.
Jeremy's in the super chat.
yes.
For Calvin Watkins on the show
Tuesdays.
Tuesday,
You don't know why.
whoever he
Boy,
replaces.
you
know
talking
why.
about some illogical takes.
Okay, yeah, we get Calvin in here. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get Calvin,
No.
Isaiah. It would probably be like Wolchek will replace me or something. I don't know.
No.
We'll get John Machota.
Give a show
have
for
a
show.
show.
Yeah, it'll be crushing. Okay, who's yeah? hit
Y'all
the
won't
start.
have any fun.
Yeah, oh, shots fired at all those people.
I'm just saying.
Messed
I like,
up.
I like my favorite line from Face Off. You're not having any fun.
We come here to
Face-Off's
see
a great
who will
movie.
get the
It's a great
closest to
movie. What do you
canceled
think?
every day. All right, let's hit start the draft and let's see what happens here. And then let's make the. Can you make the window bigger? Because I'm a struggle. I'm on a struggle. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We're-
go ahead and shrink it back now. We'll figure
Yeah,
it
we're
out.
Gucci.
We'll figure it out. No, we're not. But we'll figure it out.
We got Malachi Starks, Jahad Campbell, Mike Green.
Yeah, but their rankings aren't any good.
Yeah,
I need
here,
to-
let's
I
roll
need to
down
know
the
who's
pool
gone.
available, John.
I need it. Yeah, we'll just roll down there.
We got Will Johnson, Luther Burden,
Okay.
Luther.
Easy from Boston College, Kenneth Grant from Michigan, Josh Simmons,
Where
Emeka
are the
Ibuka.
best players available?
Dude, yeah,
PFF?
players.
There's Golden.
Oh, Golden's still on the board.
Yeah, Golden, Kelvin Banks,
James Pierce, Colson Loveland,
It's not like we're taking Golden.
Shamar Stewart.
Their Jalen Walker ranking is
Can
so bad.
we trade back
Is
and
Walker
get like a
still on the
fourth
board?
rounder?
I think we have to play it realistic. Diana told us today.
I'm taking Golden.
We'll get a fifth rounder. To
You
move
ain't
back.
trading
I
back.
ain't trading back.
You ain't doing it. I hope they are. I think we do a realistic one.
They're taking Golden.
Well, and this it would take gold.
Don't worry, Jeff will. Oh, Jerry will F it up. I thought that said Jeff. I was like, damn, man, that's messed up. Yeah, let's do a Matthew Golden one.
Let's go Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden,
Let's go
first
Matthew
round.
Golden.
Let's take Matthew Golden. Look at there.
Bam.
Chitty, bang.
Took a picture
bang.
with Jerry, man. Those players still love some Jerry Jones.
Why do they love Jerry?
Because they still
Because he's
enamored with-
famous?
Yes,
Yeah,
enamored,
there's an
he's
aura.
famous.
There's an aura.
That was crazy to me. And
It better be crazy.
It better be crazy.
a known Albert Breer,
Ah,
who's been with
yeah.
the Cowboys, a known and national reporter, tweeted yesterday, you know, Jerry could be on a yacht
Take him Mike
somewhere.
with you though.
He could be on a yacht somewhere, but he's there doing 30 visits. He's the damn GM, Albert. I talked to Shireen, and like, why are you
This is Albert
gassing up?
Breer.
Why are you gassing up Jerry
That
for
was a
doing his
little
damn
wild,
job?
This
He
is
chose
Albert
to be
Breer.
the GM. You should be here talking to prospects. If you're the GM, why are you giving him credit for doing his job?
Because it's Albert Breer. That's how you try to get people to like you and talk to you. Albert Breer walks around with a 72-gallon Camelback on his. Like, that man is carrying everyone's water.
Yes, I mean, it's crazy. Why would you gas it up nationally?
Second
Ooh.
round.
There's one I like here.
Second round.
And this is also a pet cat of mine.
We're going to do a little scrolling here. Okay. Benjamin Morrison.
Tell me when you think that my pet cat emerges.
Xavier Watts is a pet cat of mine. Ravel's a pet cat of yours. Oh, you like Braden Swinson, don't you?
I do like Braden Swinson, but there it is.
Which one? JTT?
No,
Oh, because I like him a lot. Schlesinger?
Schlesinger.
Oh, I think at 44 you could absolutely take him.
I love
Like
Carlos
he's
Schlesinger.
He's an undersized UCLA linebacker, but he is an incredible athlete. He filled up the stat sheet. He's instinctual. He's a freaking baller.
Who's at the top of the board?
So okay, here's me kind of putting pieces together with a team. When you talk about having undersized player playing that position, the thing that you need in front of undersized players
is a
D
big
tackles?
defensive tackle.
is big T tackles. Like to have an undersized player use his athleticism and not get beat up with blocks consistently, you gotta have people in front of him. So to take a guy like that,
You mean like
kinda-
Mozzie, MF, and Smith, bro? Huh?
No,
What about
No.
Landon Jackson?
pick your water
I
up.
like I do like Landon
How
Jackson.
about that? Pick your water back up.
Listen, Albert
Okay.
had too much.
Put your
I had
water
to
up.
help
Pick
him.
your water up.
I had to get a
All
little
right?
bit for him.
So it's
Let your well run
what
over.
running backs are available here? We still need that running back.
Okay, we're going to have to get John.
You like Benjamin
We're going to have
Morrison?
to get Dallas Stars John to learn how to navigate this to sort by position.
Go back to running back position.
You can, but I can't tell on the page how. Go to the very top of who's
Prospect
available.
right there.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
all this is- there you go.
And what do we want? We
Running
want.
back. Which
Oh,
Oh,
running back?
Travion Henderson's there.
Oh yeah,
Quinshon
Travion.
Judkins there. RJ
Give
Harvey.
me Quinshon.
Travion will be fine.
Give me Quinshon. I saw that outfit he had on. when
Jesse
he,
wants Quinshon.
I saw
we
that
never give
outfit.
Jesse who he,
I saw that outfit
Let's
he
get
had
him
on.
Quinshon. Let's get him Quinshon.
He had on. He
Get
had
him
on.
Quinshon.
He
Give
had-
him Quinshon.
I don't got time to go look at the D tackles
Any
and
man
stuff.
that had Jabot jeans on in 2025, that's a man's about football.
All right, let's just
said
scroll
Jabot
down the best
jeans.
available until we see somebody who we like.
We got
and then
60
move on.
seconds. We got
Tate
55
Ratledge can help you at
seconds.
right guard.
Alfred
Collins.
Oh, is
Alfred
Alfred Collins up there?
Boom.
Oh, bing, bang, boom.
2 hook'ems.
Alfred Collins. Man, we should have taken a hook him in a second. We should have
Wait,
taken
what?
Makuba.
We could have.
Just go straight hook him.
That's
That
too
would've been
high.
Great. Oh, shots fired. Well, I was just trying to get all three. I mean, you could have done Collins in the second and then
That's too high.
Makuba. Collins in the second is not too high.
No,
Take
I would
that.
take Collins in the
Take
second.
that.
Okay.
I like Texas.
I like him.
You hate Texas.
You hate Texas.
Clarence disrespected Alfred Collins'
We got
family.
a B. We get him in the third. You think we're gonna get a B? Get him in the second.
Man, the next time I care about a PFF,
I understand that.
I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out with us on a Friday.
Some of us might not be here next week.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you.
Whichever ones of us are back next week are looking forward to seeing you guys. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else not a threat.
No trade clause.
We all silly like the mayor.